Radio Scotland. A number of celebrities, from Werner Herzog to Elton John, don't use them at all. Redmayne has a false one. Robbie Williams might get the medal for it this morning, though. He said he's not had one since 2003. What are we talking about? Mobile phones. Could you go mobile phone free like Robbie? Let's talk about this with Martin Talks, founder of Digital Detoxing, author of the A to Z of Digital Detoxing. Morning, Martin.
Good morning.
Sarah Redmond is with me on this as well, from the Creeside Escape Shepherd's Hut, which sounds intriguing, and it is. And we'll hear more about it in just a second. Hi, Sarah.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining me. Martin, you first on this. Robbie Williams, no mobile phone since 2003. I'm guessing maybe he's got someone to do this stuff for him.
Yes, I imagine he does. He's probably in quite a fortunate position in that respect. You know, our phones are pretty much our personal assistants these days, and he's probably got a team of them. But, I mean, he does admit, I think in the same interview, that he goes on the computer an awful lot. So it's not like he's missing out totally on the digital connections. He's just not doing it through a smartphone, that's true.
What are the benefits if you do put that phone down or put that phone away for a while?
Well, as you probably know, we run digital detoxing adventures where people do that. In fact, we take away all their technology and their watches, in fact. And the idea is to give people a chance to have a break from the stresses and pressures of having a smartphone and sort of reassess people's relationship with their phones, because I think, you know, that's part of the issue, is we're always at the beck and call of our phone, waiting for it to buzz or beep or get a like or whatever it is. And this creates a constant low level of stress, sometimes quite a high level of stress. So the advantage of going away from that is you think about that relationship, and a lot of people talk about the experience of doing it as a deep breath of fresh air, because they feel some of that stress peeling away, and they feel a bit more in the moment, thinking about what they're doing right now rather than worrying about what other people who might not be with them are thinking about. So,
I was horrified, Martin. Recently, I downloaded one of these apps that tracks how much time you actually spend on your phone, and it was so much more than I thought I did. How much time is the average person now spending on their phones, on smartphones?
It's difficult to say, because people pretty much keep them on all day and indeed all night. So it's a little bit hard to know how long people are using their phones actively. And of course, they're always tracking you, whether you've got them actively on or not. You are effectively being used by them or using them. It depends on your perspective. So it's like a constant now, isn't it? And we're not just talking mobile phones now, of course, because people have got devices in their homes. There's smart speakers and their smart watches. So it's a constant connection thing we're experiencing at the moment.
I suspect it's one of these things, Martin, is, when you go to the GP and they ask how many units of alcohol you consume in a week. I suspect it's a bit like that with digital as well. If you're always going to underestimate it, I think, because no one wants to be seen as a kind of digital junkie, that you're spending all your time absolutely in the thrall of this phone. But you've kind of laid out for us what the benefits are to maybe just stepping away for a little bit. Sarah knows all about that. Sarah Redmond, she is from Creeside Escape Shepherd's Hut. Tell us about it, Sarah.
Okay, so what we've got a traditional shepherd's hut on our farm in rural southwest Scotland. It's completely off-grid, so we want people to come and stay with us and just really connect with nature. We've got uninterrupted views and dark skies. So many people don't appreciate how dark the sky gets at night. So we just want people to come and relax, unwind and recharge with us.
And what's the digital situation where you are in terms of connectivity?
Well, we have absolutely no Wi-Fi in the hut, so there's no connecting to Wi-Fi. We do have a mobile signal, but because we're in the hills, it's very patchy. So there is no guarantee of a mobile signal there either.
Are people coming to you now specifically for this, Sarah? People
Absolutely.
who want that detox?
Yeah, absolutely. We get lots of urban couples, in fact, just coming for one night, looking for a sort of 24-hour just getaway, leaving the cities, Glasgow, Edinburgh behind. We're a couple of hours away, and they park their car. They need to walk to the hut. So I think that is a huge, important bit about it. You know, the walk to it gives them the chance to relax. It's only a short walk, but then they've got nature. We want them to appreciate the natural surroundings that we have.
Do you get anyone turning up and saying, "Where's the Wi-Fi password"?
Absolutely not. No, we've never had anybody ask that. We are very honest in our description, and I make a big thing about the things we don't have as well as the things we do have.
Yeah, so you're positively marketing this as a digital detox experience right here in Scotland. Here's a place to come and escape.
Absolutely. We provide them with books, board games. We've got the wood burner to keep them cosy. I've even got a basket of knitting in there so that people can really reconnect with all the things that I think it's so difficult these days to get back to doing.
What difference do you see with people as they spend time with you and as they detox digitally? How do you see them kind of relax and change with you?
I think a lot of people come, they think it's a great idea to digitally detox. They like the idea of it. But when they actually get there, you can just see them relax. They're looking around. They're appreciating what's around them. So many people walk down the street looking at their mobile phone. They don't appreciate what is around them, nature. And that's what we're giving them. We're giving them that chance.
Describe, are you there just now? This morning?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, describe what you can see where you are just now. What's the outlook for you this morning?
So, amazingly, it's sunny this morning. We don't always guarantee sunshine, but it's a beautiful morning. It's clear. You can see over to the Galloway Hills in the distance. We've got a river running alongside, not right beside, but in the distance. So you've got uninterrupted views. You've got nature around you. If I turn around behind me, there's a few sheep grazing a bit further up the field. So you get that interaction as well.
Sounds beautiful. Sarah, thanks so much for your time this morning. Sarah Redmond is from the Creeside Escape Shepherd's Hut. Martin, top tips for people who want to, maybe this weekend, dip a toe in the world of digital detoxing. How can they start?
Well, I mean, I just one quick point is to say that these adventures, these escapes to shepherd's huts or places like that, are a good opportunity to reappraise, but they only kickstart. So yeah, the secret is to then bring it back into your daily life. I mean, we get people to write letters to themselves, saying what they've experienced and what they want to do different, having reappraised their relationship, and I post them to them about 2 months afterwards to see if they are. But the sort of tips we give are, as it's all about one's relationship with one's phone, if you like, is keep them out of the bedroom. Important place for a relationship, but it's too easy to use it as an alarm clock and then glance at it and then disappear down the rabbit hole of social media, which is not good for our stress levels, us getting to sleep, and indeed there's some theories that it's not good for the sort of physical processes going to sleep. So if you're going to buy anything for anyone for Christmas this year, why not buy them an analog alarm clock so that you can keep their phone out of the bedroom? So that's one thing. The other thing is you can delete the social media apps off your phone. So a bit like Robbie Williams, you have to rely on going on your computer when you want to see social media, and that helps a lot because you're not constantly being interrupted. The other thing is to say, well, it's worth thinking about people's days, about when they're most productive, when they're most creative. I think we all have a sort of flow of energy through a day. I mean, I'm pretty much a morning person. That's when I tend to be most productive, most creative. So I put my phone away, I turn it off, put it in a drawer, out of sight, and it helps me concentrate. And then when my energy levels maybe are a bit lower after lunch, then I get it out and have a look and catch up with what's going on social media and catch up on my emails. So, finding moments in the day to have breaks, to focus on other things, I think is really important, not always to be at its beck and call.
On the text this morning, Duncan says a mistake is using the word phone. They're pocket computers nowadays. Quite right, Duncan, as well. And here's Marshall, the great idea. No mobile phone, easy peasy. I just leave mine in the bread bin in the kitchen. You won't find me walking down the road, eyes glued to the palm of my hand. There's a great idea to end things, Martin. Use the bread bin.
Yeah. Absolutely. Totally recommend it.
Detox. Martin Talks, founder of Digital Detoxing. Thank you very much indeed for your time this morning. Your thoughts on